inches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got a code on, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And he's out a little short of the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 11. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. Throwing again, Mahomes. They left him wide open. It's complete. He gets loose down the right side. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Pacheco has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Justin Reed with the tackle. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing. Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now it's a bootleg for him. Complete to Hyatt. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Achane, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd down carry for Achane. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's the game of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Handoff running left, A-Chain. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders start off well to tie things 7-7. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mahomes. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs need only one to take the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Chiefs take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with A-Chan. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. He's going to throw this one. Finds Hyatt. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Running left, here's A-Chain. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing from the gun here. That's caught. Devon A-Chan. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with a running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 4th and short. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
Flies past the first, inside the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Neither side separating much so far. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25. Couple yards short at the 23. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Pistol now for Mahomes. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That punt reaches 50 yards. And it'll be Raider football. On first down, they're going to start out with A-Chain. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. On the move, headed right. On the run, that's complete inside the 35-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Complete here to Bowers. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Vegas first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A-Chain running to the right. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Quick throw left side, complete. He has the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. A tight end in motion now. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. Oh, this big guy is moving. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. A-Chain on the inside give. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Going to the ground again on first. And a nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground here with A-Chan. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A-chain again. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Third and long for him here. He brings it in. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The 12-year vet strikes true. And they've taken back the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff to A-chain. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 36. Able to find A-Chan. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're throwing it. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Pass is cut at the 9. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Trying to run it in. A-Chan is in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. Raiders make it a 10-point ball game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And they had that one contained right at the line. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Launches one deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Mahomes now. He's looking deep once again. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Trying to pick it up here with A-Chan. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. They mark him short there, and the run gains nothing. It's 4th down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. We're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They run, it's Achan. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go play action here. Got a man. Bowers has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Achan, a first down carry. Along this sideline inside the 25. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on first and goal. He has it on the QB sneak. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Achan does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and goal.
So they'll have some time to prepare for 3rd and goal. We're at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Running forward, it's Achan. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Raiders can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Devon Achan with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Got for big yards on the right side. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Looking to throw Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Quick throw completed by Mahomes. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Back to the air, Mahomes. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They'll stick with A-Chain. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Pass play now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Throwing now from the gun. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks off the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Achan running right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. And Kansas City going to the dime look on 3rd down. We've got 6 DBs out there. Back to throw now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. A run now with Achan. And solid running there gets him forward to the 39-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now Achan. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support. Not many quarters can make that stop.
Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And the Raiders get there and take him down. big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following. It's out, that's a live ball, bouncing near the goal line. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points at 1 out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders take a 3-possession lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They go play action. It's Mahomes. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check, and his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And this streak will live to see another week as they take down yet another opponent.